Hello there. Well, today we're going to talk about shapes in crystals. Now, what we're talking about today is man-made shapes from natural rock. Okay. Now, obviously, I've got my Buddha here behind me, looking after me. Make sure I don't go off topic. We know the properties of Buddha. Obviously, you know, hopefully we do anyway. So, yeah, big fat guy. Yeah, everywhere around Asia. Yeah, very protective, very nurturing, and yeah, keep me on track. So he's made of jade and he comes from China. I know. I do like to know where my stones come from. It's just a personal thing. Now, what would have happened? A big lump of jade. Now, some people say that the object is already in there. So, you know, you are carving out the object. And yeah, you know, they've done a very good job of him. Okay, so yes, we've got Buddha, and we've also got a serpentine duck. Now, the serpentine, you'll see serpentine around, and it comes from green, and it's got lovely patterns in it and everything else like that. Yeah, so serpentine duck, obviously. This was from a yard sale, so he's very old, so he would have been hand carved. They didn't know what he was, so he was relatively cheap as well. And yeah, all the qualities of a duck. If your duck was your spiritual animal, then we're talking about an animal that's learnt to survive on water. And yeah, so for protection, he's learnt to survive on water for protection. And then we've got the serpentine, very respectful of the elderly. So in a way, this duck makes you want to protect the elderly more. Okay, so yes, respectful of the elderly for the stone, duck, protection. So yes, you can see why working with a carved animal is a good thing. Yeah? All right, yes, I do have, I know, I always say that he's very cheap and cheerful. Marble. Okay, so marble, very common stone. Kitchen cabinets, floor tiles. Can you see the dust coming off him? Oh no, that's terrible. Okay, please ignore the dust. Yeah, so, you know, bear, very protective. White bear, polar bear. So yes, very peace and love. Almost self-reliant in the, you know, it's quite a solitary animal. And marble, very earthy. I'm going to put him down actually, it's beginning to hurt my arm with that angle. Yeah, marble, very rooting to the earth. Okay, so we've kind of done animals and we've kind of done shapes. Now we do have the mixed stones. Now you can find birds as well. I haven't got any birds, sorry. You get all the different stones, and then you get the rooting and the growth of a tree. So I'll just put that there. I know it's slightly out of focus over there, but yeah. So we've got mixed stones to make an object, and then all the properties then make the energy. And that's what we're talking about here. Crystal therapy is all about energy exchange. So we've done marble with the bear, and we've done marble with the spheres. All right, so spheres, feng shui, just lightens up the room. So you have a sphere in the room, and then it just sends out good energy. So yeah, and a rounded energy. You can see where I'm going with all of this, can't you? That represents the object, magnifies the stone. All right, that's good. But if you are thinking of balls, then crystal balls. Now, crystal balls, traditionally gypsy fortune teller. So when I'm choosing a crystal ball, I go one with inclusions in it. I go one with rainbow in it, so that when I stare into it, I can get the mixture of patterns, so that I can focus my thoughts, so that I can, yeah, translate to them. Okay. Yes. I've also got a lemon quartz ball here as well, which to me works better because it keeps everything light and fresh. You know, lemon is all zesty and new and stimulating as well. So if I was reading, I'd probably use the lemon quartz rather than rock crystal. Now, I've got, these are workshop balls, and they're rose quartz, and one of them, I think it's this one. Yeah, it has a line in it where, and that would have been an impurity in the rock. So when my supplier sold me one with an impurity that runs in a strata, I'm actually quite pleased, because this means that this was a cut rock rather than all the rose quartz chips melted into high pressure, high heat and high pressure, remoulded into a ball. Okay, so that would be a bad thing, and this is why we're going through the difference in price. We're going through one that was carved, we're going through one that was hand carved, because at the time there wasn't the machines to carve. Yes. And then we're going to moulded. So yeah, and it really is, you've got to find a supplier you trust, and the vibrations of the stones, the more you work with them, the more attuned you will get to them. Okay, so we're getting there. I could go on all day, couldn't I? But I'm not going to. I'm going to separate all these things out. Now here we've got an egg. We've got a jasper egg. Now jasper is quite a local stone to me, and I do like it. You'll hear that. Oh, it's one of my favourites. Not that that happens a lot. And we've got a fire opal here. So, and it's carved into an egg. Egg represents rebirth. So, you know, all those properties that I want in my life, I want to portray in my life, represented on the egg, to nurture them out. So fire opal, obviously, who doesn't need a bit more fire? Okay, so that's good. And then jasper is, I work with these two together, so what I'll do is I'll meditate with one in each hand, and then I'll change them over. Yeah, I know. So this is a lot more grounding, and as it's got blue in it, then it's a lot more, you know, healing and everything else like that. But we've still got the red to keep that lower body strength going. Yeah. All right. Yes, so yes, carved stones. We do have, I don't know why we do have, but we do have a lot of hexagons as well. Now these we use as paperweights because they don't roll, even though I should be telling you to use balls as paperweights. Now when you buy a ball, do kind of think about stands, because some of our balls are quite big. Then I have old candle holders that we can use. The other thing that we can use is a curtain rail hook. Yeah, I know. I could do a separate one just on stands. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope I've inspired you to learn more. And yeah, keep tuning in. There'll be more videos, trust me. Thanks for your time.